Raider Homer. This is Monster Mash 10. I just wanted to say you're doing a great job, man. It was a pleasure meeting you down at the draft. Keep putting out the good work, man. We need more of you guys around to represent the Raider Nation right. And look forward to meeting you at a game next season, or this season. And yeah, brother, take care. Peace out. Raider Nation for life.
Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome back to the Raider Invasion Podcast, Episode 8. I'm your host, Raider Homer, and joining me today is Keith Smith, a.k.a. Crusader Raider. So how you doing today, Keith?
I'm doing good, and how about yourself, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. So, the first time that we've ever really collaborated and talked is, through Messenger, and we made a promo video for your London events coming up, man. So go ahead and give us the details on these events.
Sure, we've got a whole host of events coming up for when the Raiders are here in October. On Thursday, the 3rd of October, we've got a haunted London ghost walk, where so far we've got over 50 members of the Raider Nation going to be joining us on that ghost walk, going around to some of the old haunts and public houses while we sample some fine ales and get some stories about London past. Then on Friday, October the 4th, we've got our open-top bus tours, which will be going around. We've got 2 open-top bus tours circulating all the sites, Tower Bridge, Tower of London, Trafalgar Square, and the buses will be decorated out in silver and black and Union Jacks as we welcome the Raider Nation to London. And then on the Friday night, we've got our big one, the silver and black blackout party, which is taking place at the Sports Bar and Grill in Old Street, when the Raider Nation will come together, and we'll have an evening of star guests, super fans, music, pool competitions, dancing, and good food, good drinks all night long as we welcome the Raider Nation to London. And then on the Sunday morning, before we head over to Tottenham's White Hart Lane Stadium, we've got our game day brunch taking place at the Sports Bar and Grill at Marylebone. And once again, this is an opportunity for the nation to come together. We've got nearly 100 people signed up for that already. And then we travel en masse to the stadium on the London transport system to show London what the Raider Nation is all about. For more information on all the Silver and Black UK events, please go to www.silverandblackuk.com, where you can see the events. They're all affordable. Prices are from like $20 an event up to about $35, with donations from all the events. We're a completely non-for-profit booster club with all the events benefiting the Blitnikoff Foundation in California and our charities here in the UK.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's really, really cool that you can it's really cool that you do so much, being overseas, and I've heard that a lot of the black holes headed over there.
Well, yeah, we just know that the black hole will be coming. Every year, the Raider Nation comes to London. And I know some people say, oh, no, it's another home game and it's the Raiders and it's our last season in Oakland and we're losing the game and we shouldn't do it. But everybody always talks about the worldwide Raider Nation and how we are the nation. We're not the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Raiders, or the Las Vegas Raiders. We are the Raider Nation worldwide. And in London, we'll have guests coming in so far from the US and Canada, as well as Italy, Sweden, Finland, Germany, France, Scotland, all over the world, hitting us up here in London and joining us for the event, so that the Raider Nation, when the team steps out at White Hart Lane, they'll know that they've got the Raider Nation behind them when we take on the Bears and Mr. Mac.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. I had Baja Raider Juan on the show before in Mexico, so it's cool to have somebody from across the pond across the pond on the show now. So yeah, I mean, worldwide means worldwide, and man, I mean, I agree. I love Oakland. I've been there a lot, but I'm ready for Vegas. I'm going to follow the Raiders wherever they go. And it is badass that you're over there representing like you do. I mean, and you're listing off everything that's going on. I mean, like, what does it take to line up all these events?
Well, it's a big job, but it's not just about the Crusader Raider. We have a good team of fans over here in the UK that help out, including my daughter Crossbones Kelly and the Silver and Black UK management team. And we're all people who've travelled to Oakland or other stadiums throughout the US, and we've always been welcomed well when we come over there. So when the team comes to London and the nation comes to London, it's our chance to reciprocate and encourage and support people to come back and have a good time here in my hometown. I mean, this is great for me because normally it's 5,462 miles from London to Oakland, but this time I only have to go 12 miles to a game. So I'm loving this home game. But again, I do understand others, they do, people do get a bit upset because it is a home game, but the nation is worldwide. And like yourself, I've seen the Raiders in Los Angeles. I've seen the Raiders in Oakland. Every season bar 2 since they came back to Oakland, I've been there. It is sad that we're leaving Oakland, but it's a new chapter. We'll still be the Raiders wherever we are. And the Vegas Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles Raiders, we will be the Raiders. And that's what will happen. And I can't wait to welcome people to London. So hit us up. If people want to get in touch, hit me up and I'll try and help you out with information about things when you come to my city.
Excellent. So here on the Raider Homer channel, we like to find out how Raider fans become Raider fans. And I've been waiting to hear your story since we made that promotional video. So,
Okay. Well, my story goes back to Pearl Harbor and World War II. There's a long way back to become a Raider fan. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, my uncle from El Centro, Southern California, volunteered to join the American 7th Army Air Corps. And in 1941, he made the journey across the pond on the Queen Mary from New York City to London. And then he was based in the UK for 4 years. Whilst he was here, you Americans, you were smart. You brought knicker elastic, nylons, chocolate, and things that made our young ladies and girls who had been on rations in London, we couldn't resist. They couldn't resist the Americans coming over. And my Uncle Jack from El Centro, he met my aunt from East London. They got married at the end of the war and moved back over to California. And they were happily married in the States for 57.5 years. And as my uncle then lived in California and was a Raiders fan, when his nephew first came to the States in 1980, I got hooked on the Raiders as well. So it's a bit of a long-winded story and a bit of an unusual story because normally it's, I like the colors or I like the team or I like the history. But mine is about family and how my family grew both sides of the pond and how my family was, it was and is today. I've got more family in America than I have in the UK. World War II is to blame for me being a Raider fan, and that's one of the good things that came out of that.
Well, I mean, that's cool, though. That is cool that you have ties to Oakland. That's really cool.
Oh, love it.
So, how long into your fandom until you decided to take the extra step and become a super fan?
Okay, well, my first trip was in 1980. When I come over this November, this will be my 88th time across the pond. And about 15 years ago, after coming to Oakland for so many times and wearing my silver and black and enjoying the experience, but not really having that pseudo fandom status and wanting to sort of encourage people to know that I was from London and I was from England. So my costume was created and the Crusader Raider was born 15 years ago. And initially it was predominantly a red and white costume because I'm a Crusader knight from England, with just hints of silver and black. And I took a lot of stick in the parking lot in them early days, especially at the first game because we were playing the Chiefs. And there was this guy turning up with a Raiders shield on his costume or his uniform, predominantly in red and white. And people didn't get the idea of that. But 15 years on, having been so many times and visited over half the stadiums in the NFL, attended all the London games except for 2, and been to over 200 Raider games, people now understand who the Crusader Raider is and, welcome me open arms. And it's a great experience. Being a super fan, people say, what's a super fan? Well, a super fan is no different from any fan. We're all super fans and we all love our team and we all come together. But through the fandom, if we can have friendship, sportsmanship, and help each other out and enjoy the game, then we've done the right trick. And I say that's how the Crusader Raider was born, from the Crusader Knight until now. These days, with all my patches and my trims and things, I'm more silver and black, and it's like a transformation. But there's still plenty of red and white, as you've seen in the pictures.
Oh yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, yeah, and you're well traveled, as you just said. So
Over 1 million air miles I've travelled to come and see the Oakland
that's
Raiders.
awesome.
I should have signed up for more loyalty points.
Yeah, man, I'm starting to travel more now, and yeah, I wish I could earn loyalty points quicker. But with all that, with all those miles that you traveled, what games are you going to this year other than the London game?
Okay, I'm doing 3 London. I've got the Raiders London game, then I'll do the next 2 represent Crusader Raider at the next 2 London games, and then I head out to the States on the 31st of October to support the Blitnikoff crab feed on November the 1st in San Ramon, California, where we raise funds and awareness for the Blitnikoff Foundation, and then I'm taking in the games against the Detroit Lions, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Cincinnati Bengals in Oakland, where we had 3 back-to-back home games in California, helped me immensely. And then I'm going to cross the states to New Jersey and take in the New York Jets game on the road before heading back to London around about the 25th, 26th. So I got a month in the States this year. It's the last time in Oakland, so you have to push the boat out and hit those last few games.
Yes, sir. And I'll definitely be going to the Jets game, and I'm trying to make it to that Lions game. So I'm looking forward to meeting you in person there in New York for sure.
Oh, you'll recognize me. I'll be one of the few that's in red and white.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to recognize you. So, what does being a part of the Raider Nation mean to you?
I mean, the Raider Nation is something that I embrace every day of my life. I love the Raiders. I love the organization. I love the history and the stories that go to the franchise. At the end of the day, it's in your blood. And people say, "Oh, Raider Nation for life," and I don't think people understand that Raider Nation for life thing until you really got into it. And having been to the States, I say, so many times and developed so many friendships, it was 8 years ago this weekend, I believe, that Gorilla Rilla invited me to come over to Fresno, California, and to be part of his wedding. And when you go to those kind of events and you do things, it's not just about going to a football game. A football game takes 3.5 hours to play. Right. But being a Raider fan is 24/7, 7 days a week. We go through all the year. We have our ups and downs with football, but being a Raider is so much more than just football. And being a member of the Raider Nation, I don't think other teams truly understand how special that is until you come and embrace it and you be part of what the whole tailgate, the whole experience throughout the week, the build up to the game, and how we are at the stadium and after the game. So, it's we're a unique bunch. We're a little bit crazy, some of us, but by the same count, that's not a bad crazy. In the week, people might be lawyers and bankers and bus drivers or whatever, but on the weekend, we're all just Raider Nation. And that's what I love about it, and that's why I keep coming back. I'm lucky that I have a very supportive wife who understands my passion for the Raiders and encourages me to come out to the States and do what I do. She'll be joining me for the Jets game, but not the 3 in Oakland, but she'll be joining me for the Jets game. So you might get a chance to meet her as well.
Awesome. I love that.
She's a Skins fan, but don't hold that against her.
Oh, man. Never mind. No.
Oh, never mind. I keep reminding her about that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though.
It was, yeah.
So how are you feeling about the team after the Monday night game?
Well, to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, when you look at what went on at training camp and how things happened, and I know Hard Knocks only gives us a certain experience or an insight into the team, and pre-season we can judge so little by. But having seen the team and seeing the protection that Carl had last weekend, the fact that he had the opportunity to throw and he's got some targets, and seeing that youth in the team, and that I know they're going to make some mistakes, and we got to be prepared for that when it does. But that exuberance of youth and that effort that they're putting in far outplays any opportunity that we may have somebody who might want to wear a number 84 shirt and not put in the effort to be part of the Raider Nation. Because when you see the likes of Keelan Doss, when he comes in, and when you see the players that we've drafted and the enthusiasm that they have to be Raiders, I think we've got to be optimistic. We've got to be realistic as well. This is a tough game today. This is a no pushover team. They have a great quarterback. They have a great team, but they're coming to Oakland. Oakland. If Oakland Coliseum can can put them off tonight, then we've got every chance of doing it. And with Chucky at the helm, let's remain positive and let's see whether we can just sneak that win tonight. I don't think if we win it, it's going to be close. Let's just hope that we keep them out.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling excited about this year. I've been saying 10-6 since before we signed anybody. Because I remember Gruden from the first stint with the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And then, of course, last year we went 4-12. But then again, how many games did we lead going into halftime? How many games did we lead going into the fourth quarter? So I knew that Gruden could still coach. We just had to deal with all those locker room issues. And then coming
we
into
did,
this
and
year,
and as much as you want to love the likes of Marshawn and other people that were there. At the end of the day, what we've got at the moment, I think we've got a different set of players, and I think we've got a different attitude this year. And if we can keep that together and keep that team spirit together, team spirit can count for a lot more than achievement sometimes. And let's hope that these guys can push it on through and listen to what coach says, and let's get some results.
Yeah, and like I was just saying, it was, I was excited. I was there, so I was happy to be a part of that 100th win, see it live, and then, and so what I saw there, I think 10-6 is definitely something that we can get, especially considering how well we played. I mean, the defense looked good. Yes, we lost Jonathan Abrams, but at the same time, we'll be able to fill, next man up. You know what I mean? Gunther has people around on his team, that fit well in his system and that can, play well. So I'm excited. I think 10-6 is still attainable.
I think he's got better weapons this year choices. Yeah. You're right, because yes, we've lost Abrahams, but there is someone else who's up there to step up, and now it's that person's opportunity. So, let them step up and do their business tonight.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, as long as we can, stay disciplined on defense and not let Mahomes pick up those throwing back against the grain kind of plays, we should be able to win, because our offense is going to be hard to stop this year, and their defense isn't very well. So I'm looking. I think we're going to win. I think that it's looking.
Yeah, I do as well, and I think that one of the keys as well is that don't let him out of that pocket. Don't let him start running on us, because if he gets a chance to start running on us, then we could have some problems. So let's give him some pressure. Let's let him know that we're in this game now. We're not the Raiders of the last couple of years. Let's come out there and let's let him go on his backside for a change.
Yep. All right, cool. So is there anything else you'd like to promote or any shout outs you'd like to give?
Obviously, I'd like to put a shout out to everybody who knows me within the Raider Nation, and anybody coming to London, hit me up if you want any information around sort of where to go, where to stay, what to do. Obviously, all our events, the Ghost Walk, the bus tours, the big blackout party on the Friday night, and obviously the brunch. As I said before, visit www.silverandblackuk.com or hit me up on social media. I'm not a Twitter person, but you'll find Crusader Raider on Facebook. So if you tap in Keith Smith and look for me on there, you'll find me through social media. And we look forward to welcoming any questions. Just ask, and we look forward to seeing you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, hopefully in New York, and obviously looking forward to seeing the nation in London and in Oakland in November.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing you in New York as well. And I appreciate you taking the time to come on the channel.
No worries at all. And I appreciate you making it a time of day where it's good here, because it's nearly 6 o'clock in the UK, so you must be coming up midday where you are.
Yes,
and that makes it a better time, and give us plenty of time to get ready for tonight's game.
Yes, sir. All right, Raider Nation, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode.